Hey guys, Lizardlea here for Dodogama by Even Star Crafts. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Yeah. I painted my nails the other day and they're really pretty. Well, I said painted, but like I did a French manicure and then I put stickers on them. Ooh, that pinky needs to go down. Ooh, there we go. You can see all of them. They're really pretty. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't get them centered. I love blue. And then, I was like, blue and white. I have a shirt that's blue and white. I can make that work. So, I'm going to go cross stitch now.
Alrighty, back for more, and I'm still like just doing this editing right now. I still love these nails. I think these are my favorite that I've ever done, and they're just stickers. So there was like minimal effort on my part. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna continue with the random questions. 187. What qualities do all your friends have in common? Being friendly, or nice, however you want to put that. Because that is a requirement for my friends. Like, if they're not nice, they're not gonna be my friend. It's reality. And I know I've had, friends become depressed and go to dark places, but I don't drop them because of that. That's horrible. That you don't do that. That is the exact opposite of what you do when your friend goes to a dark place. I don't hold their actions during that time against them. And you shouldn't either. So, maybe for, 4 to 6 months or however long, they're not, most people's definition of friendly, but that is still at the core of them. That is how they are. I am going off on a weird tangent. I'm very sorry. Yes, all of my friends are friendly. They're nice. They're nice to me. We're gonna move on because I'm just being weird. 188. What odd smell do you really enjoy? I don't know if it's odd because I've actually met a lot of people that agree with me that this is a wonderful smell. But old books, used books, best smell ever. Like going to a library and just opening it to the middle of the book and just smushing my face into it. Really great time for me. I know it sounds silly, but like old books smell. Like if you like it, you understand where I'm coming from, and if you don't, well, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you, dude. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, like if there was a candle that smelled like old books, I would have that. I would have a lot of them. 189. What's the coolest animal you've seen in the wild? Ooh, in the wild, that actually really brings it down because like I've been to a ton of zoos around the world. And in a zoo, I would say the coolest animal I've seen is a red panda because those are one of my absolute favorite animals and they are just the cutest things in the world. But out of the wild, okay, another cool thing. I have seen an albino peacock in a zoo, and I've seen an albino kangaroo in a zoo. So cute. Oh my goodness. Like, the white peacock, honestly, I did not think I would think it was as gorgeous as it was until I saw it in real life. But I will say, ultimately, I do think a normal colored peacock is prettier just because it has so many colors. But like all those feathers, all just completely pure white, was still really pretty. And it was mostly just wild. Like I'd never seen that before. And then the albino kangaroo, he had just the pinkest nose and the pinkest ears, and the rest of him was really white. And he was really teeny tiny. I don't know if he was a baby or if he was full grown and, just significantly smaller than everybody else. But he was so cute, and he was curled up in the shadow, in the shade, and just so cute and so precious. He was so precious. I mean, and he was like half the size of all the other kangaroos we saw. So again, either he was the runt, or he had dwarfism, or he was very young. And I loved him all the same. But the coolest animal I've seen in the wild. I mean, I've seen prairie dogs, I've seen chipmunks, I've seen hummingbirds, I've seen coyotes, deer. Have I said hummingbirds? I've seen hummingbirds. I don't know if any of those could really be considered cool. I mean, I think I'd have to go with the coyote. We saw one in Yellowstone. I guess I could go with buffalo in that case. Because that is not a zoo. Like, those animals are completely 110% wild. And buffalo are freaking amazing. Like, what, you go out and you drive around going from one destination to the next, and a herd of buffalo will be crossing the street, and every single person puts their car in park and just sits there and waits. Like, you do not try and get in the way of a freaking buffalo. You just don't. Those things are taller than the van we were in. Like, it's mind-boggling how big they are. And if you've ever seen one, just book it. They are fast. Like, I remember seeing posters, every time we've gone to Yellowstone, we've gone several times, there are always posters saying, like, they might seem calm, but don't approach a buffalo. It'll kill you. And, dude, yeah. Like, whew. I remember I was behind my dad. He was in the driver's seat. And someone said something, and he was just like, maybe he had his hand on his seatbelt. I don't remember what it was, but like it instigated the conversation where he was like, "Oh no, the second that buffalo starts coming at me, this seatbelt is off, and I am in your mother's lap." And we all laughed, and my dad was like, "Oh, I'm serious," and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, same. Like I'm gonna be over Chris and past Stephanie right against the door." Like, I'm not gonna win in a fight between the van and that buffalo. So, I distinctly remember that conversation. Because it's like, my dad was the biggest one among us. And if he's scared of the buffalo, the rest of us are gonna be. None of us are gonna win in a fight against a buffalo. We're not. It's just reality. And they're so big. It's really cool. And even the baby bison, still really freaking big. And they're just so cute. Okay, I'm gonna move on. 190. What's the best lesson you've learned from a work of fiction? Best lesson. I mean, right now, I'm sure I can come up with something better, but right now, the thing that's coming to my mind is Percy Jackson, and it's that sometimes your greatest weakness isn't always a weakness. So, if anyone has read Percy Jackson, at the very least, one of his biggest weaknesses is that he cares sometimes too much about his friends. Like, what was it? The second book? Heck, it might have been the first one. He was on a team with others, and he made the choice to go back and help one of his friends, so his team ended up losing. Because he cared more about helping his friend than he did about winning the game. And yeah, they didn't win the game, but his friend didn't get hurt, and I think ultimately, yeah, maybe that's his greatest weakness, but I think that's a strength. He gets his strength from his friends. And I like that. I don't know if that was a good answer. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this when I'm put on the spot. And I do it every week. 191. What food do you crave most often? Chocolate? Duh. Who doesn't, crave something that's not good for them? And it doesn't have to be chocolate. I've met people that don't like chocolate. I've met people that don't like cake, don't like ice cream, all of it. But every person I've met, they have some kind of weakness that, like leans towards dessert. Or, like something around the dessert category where it's like, yeah, that's not healthy for you, but it tastes delicious and it's a lot of calories. And yeah, I feel like chocolate's up there for me. I really like chocolate. 192. Who in your life has the best slash worst luck? Who in my life has the best luck? And who has the worst? I don't know. Like, I do have a couple people in mind for worst, but I don't want to talk about that and, upset anybody. Like, not many of my friends watch my YouTube video, but I don't want to, like name anybody in a negative light like that. And I acknowledge it is definitely not me. I am not the person with the worst luck in my life. Because, I have asthma and I have allergies, but I'm a military brat. I've been around the world. Like, I am so privileged and so lucky. Like, yeah, I'm a female, which isn't so lucky most of the time, but I'm white, and that's incredibly lucky, especially in America. So, heck, maybe I'm the one with the best luck. I have gotten to do so many. You know what? Yeah, it is me. That sounds really self-centered. I'm sorry, but like, I have been so lucky with all the opportunities I have had in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. I don't even. Who else has really good luck? I mean, I guess I could go with my siblings for that, because we've also, they've also been very lucky. Same experiences as me, same opportunities. And my sister is one of the smartest people in the world, at least like book smart. Doesn't have to study anything. She just has to hear it and she will remember it. Like, it's amazing what she can, hear and retain. I have to study if I want to remember something. Okay, we're just gonna continue on. 193, blah, 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 blah. What fashion trend makes you cringe or laugh every time you see it? I mean, I understand their purpose and, how helpful they are, but fanny packs kind of make me cringe every time I see them. And my grandma still uses them. I completely understand how helpful it is to just have it right there in front of you. And having someone steal from your fanny pack is not as easy as it is to have them steal from like a backpack or a purse. Like it is within your peripheral when you're looking straight because it's on your body. And it's easier for you to just grab it. You don't have to take the backpack off your shoulders and bring it around or anything. But they're very cringy. And then because I've heard it my whole life, with Herman the German, socks and sandals. That makes me cringe. That is another one my grandma is guilty of. And I love my grandma, you guys. Like, she means so much to me. So I know I'm making fun of her right now, but we make fun of each other, so it's okay. It balances out. But, yeah, I grew up in Germany, and the weather changes drastically. But, sometimes sandals are just more comfortable than other shoes. And if it's cold enough, you're going to want to wear socks. So socks and sandals happen a lot. Or at least they used to. When I was growing up, they happened a lot. So Herman the German is a very common phrase in my family. and we have German lineage on both sides, my mom and my dad. So if people wanted to like call us racist or whatever, like go away. No. There are way worse parties to make fun of than the Germans. Alright. 194. What's your best story of you or someone else trying to be sneaky and failing miserably? I can't think of any that I have personally. I am the type of person, if I'm trying to like take something from you, I make it as obvious as possible. Like, I will literally look someone in the eye. You know, like, if you're sitting at the table across from me and you have a bag of Doritos, I will look you in the eye and very slowly inch my hand forward towards the Dorito bag. And, and as my hand inches forward, my whole body will get closer. And I will reach for it. And I will make noise as I try and grab a Dorito because I don't actually want to steal it. Like I want permission to have a Dorito, but I don't want to ask. I just want to be a butt. So, it's never actually been successfully sneaky. Or, although I will say there have been times when I remember, like, someone was, like, super duper distracted, and I just sat there, crinkling the bag for a while until eventually they got annoyed and looked over and they realized I wanted a Dorito. Or whatever it was, In my memory, the one I'm thinking of was Doritos. But, I'm not generally trying to be sneaky. I mean, I know I've hidden presents around the house before, and depending on who it is, like with my mom, I'll just be like, okay, like, I have stuff in the closet, stay out of it. I know I can tell my mom, and she's not the type to go in and try and, like, slowly peel it open and see what it is, and then very slowly, carefully wrap it back up. And I'm not the type to do that. I like surprises, so it's not necessary for me to know ahead of time what I'm getting. And someone else trying to be sneaky and failing miserably. I don't know. Like, I don't really... Nothing's coming to mind. I mean, I'm sure there were plenty of times when my siblings and I tried to be sneaky with our parents, especially when we were younger. Oh, excuse me. And completely failed. But I don't have a particular story that is coming to mind for that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. 195. Which apocalyptic dystopia do you think is most likely? Not the zombie apocalypse. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it sounds horrible, but the one that ends with atomic bombs and, society very slowly only having a few people remaining because everybody else got blasted, or, the ones who remain have a lot of radiation. I feel like that one's the most likely. It's really depressing. Or along with that would just be, eventually we don't care of Earth enough that our environment just gives out, and like we stop being able to grow things, and the ozone layer just goes to crap. Like, they all suck. Yeah. I do believe in aliens, but I don't think our most likely apocalyptic dystopia is with alien invasion. I don't think it's the most likely. Especially because if it got that bad, we would release the atomic bombs, and then we're back to the first one I said. So, yeah. Alright, moving on. 196. If you had a HUD, HUD, that showed 3 stats about any person you looked at, what 3 stats would you want it to show? I don't know what a HUD is. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to Google this because I'm intrigued. I don't... Is this like a common term? HUD? Homes for sale. Housing and urban development. That does not help me. I don't know. Yeah, okay, these aren't helping me. I'm assuming it's just like some kind of display that like only I can see, and I'll look at them and like I'll see it on their chest or over their head, I guess. Okay, so 3 stats about any person. So okay, I pick 3 stats and I see them on every single person I come by. So I'm going to assume everything is on like a 10 scale or maybe even a 100 scale. So I would like friendliness. So, if someone is at like a 30 out of 100, I'll know to stay away from them. Um, Friendliness. Ooh, you know what? I want like serial killer or, like something like that. The likelihood that they're going to attack someone. Because yeah, if someone has a 100 out of 100 for like going to murder someone, I want to make sure I stay away from them and potentially call the police. Because, um, take that as you will. I don't know. I'm like most likely to attack someone, or likelihood to attack someone. Because I guess that covers a lot of things. Like, if you're gonna murder somebody, I would consider that an attack. So that would fall under that. And then, although I guess that could also include people that just like do boxing, because if you're boxing with them, technically that's an attack, right? Ooh, dang it. Maybe I do have to go back to murder. I don't know. Oh, no. Friendliness. Okay, I guess I could do friendliness with most likely to attack someone, and then someone who's really friendly and has a high chance of attacking someone is probably some kind of like fighter. Maybe. Oh heck, I have no idea. Ugh, I'm not good at this, you guys. Okay, what do I want to do for the third one? Um. What three stats? I don't know. What else would I want to know? What do I want to know about someone? Friendliness. I don't know. Likelihood to remain my friend a long time. Does that sound really shallow? I just like if it's like a 10 out of 100 that so that probably means we'll hang out for like what, a month. I don't want to get really invested in the friendship, and I do that. I get invested. I become friends with someone very quickly. It does not take a lot for me to call someone a friend. So if I know that we're most likely not going to be really close for very long, I'll make sure I don't get as attached. Or is that just a self-fulfilling prophecy? Like if I didn't know that number, would I give the friendship a better chance? Ooh, I don't know. I don't like this. I don't know. That is a very interesting question, though. I'm sure plenty of people would be, like bank account. I don't want to know that. I'm not interested in that. Um. Number of hours played watching or playing games slash watching movies or TV shows. Know how much of a couch potato they are in comparison to me. Ooh, if I look in the mirror, will I see my own numbers? Ooh, that's interesting. I would like to know my own numbers. Okay, we're just gonna move on. 197. What's the funniest thing you've seen a kid do? Oh man. Do I count? Because I've done some stupid, funny things. When I was younger, I was. I don't think I count. Do I? Funniest thing I've seen a kid do. Trying to think of the different things that like my siblings and I did, or some of the things kids I babysat for did. But nothing's really coming to mind. Like for me, I was thinking when I wrote my name on the wall and blamed my little brother who couldn't walk and was upstairs anyways. And then I blamed my cat. Like, yes, Graybeard decided to one day write on the wall and he wrote Liz. Yep. um. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna move on because I'm taking too long. I'm sorry. 198. What's your secret talent? My secret talent. I have no idea. It's a secret to me too. 199. What's the best way or someone you know has gotten out of a ticket / trouble with the law? I mean, I got out of a ticket. It was the first time I'd ever been pulled over, and I had been speeding and I crossed over double white lines. And the double white lines, the month prior, they had pillars in between them. I saw so many people crossing over them, and I was like, oh, okay, they took the pillars out because they're okay with us crossing over now. And I told him that, and he was like, oh, no, they took the pillars out because they were causing accidents. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And, he went and he checked my record, he came back, and he was like, because this is the first time you've been pulled over, I'm not going to give you a ticket, but make sure you don't do that going forward. And I have not done it since. And the, 1 or 2 times I've been in a car with someone when they've done that, when I was in the car with them, I was like, hey, just so you know, don't do that anymore because that is illegal. They took the pillars out because they were causing accidents. It's still solid white lines. You're not supposed to cross over them. It was because we wanted to get in the fast lane because we got onto the entrance on the highway past where the start of the fast lane was, or express lane, whatever you want to call it. And, when you're driving for the next hour, you want to be in that lane as soon as possible. But he did not give me a ticket. I respect that to this day. I don't, I want to live up to the expectations he had for me. And I think I have because I've not done it since. I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily my attitude that got me out of the ticket, or so much as it was that it was the first time I'd been pulled over. And at that point, I had been driving for, let's see, would have been high school, or excuse me, that would have been college. At least 3 or 4 years. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry. And I can cry on demand if I think about something else. If I think about Tessa or Ruby or one of the other pets I've lost, I can make myself cry. But I'm not a good actress. So I don't think I'd be able to cry my way out of a ticket, but I'm also an ugly crier, so I'd just make them uncomfortable most likely. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever actually be able to talk my way out of a ticket. Like a genuine one. Because I have gotten one, and it was because I was speeding. Granted, I did not see that the speed limit went down. The sign was covered by trees. And that was a 1.5 to 2 years ago. Sign is still covered by trees. I just remember that it's 35 now since I got pulled over for it. It's super annoying though. They regularly have cops posted over there. So it's a speed trap, and it's really crappy. Cuz it's people would go the correct speed limit if they knew. But they don't know. And you're punishing them for that. I think that's really crappy, but that's just my opinion. Alright, we're going to move on. 200. Tear gas makes people cry, and laughing gas makes people giggle. What other kinds of gases do you wish existed? Flying gas? Gas that makes you, grow wings or something? Or just, the ability to fly? Invisibility gas, which turn you invisible for some time? I don't know. Personally, I would like to have some laughing gas. That feels like that sounds like so much fun. I've never had it, so I don't know. But it sounds like it would be fun. From what I understand, it's potentially a little dangerous. Kind of like helium is dangerous. Small doses you're okay, but if you get too much, it's dangerous. That's why they have to like give you a specific amount. Oh, I don't know. I go to the dentist and they're just like, all right, here's a shot in your gums. Here's another shot in your gums. Are you numb now? Oh, you're not? Here's another shot in your gums. I am like really resistant to the numbness. I've had them give me like 4 or 5 shots before, and they were just like, are you numb now? And I was like, kind of numb. So I was like, yeah. And I cried the way through the rest of the procedure because it was just like, and it wasn't like sobbing openly, but it was like, tears were going down the sides of my face. And because I have glasses, you couldn't see. So I just, tried to power through it. But yeah, I am some kind of resistant to the numbing agent that dentists use. I really don't like that. But it gets to a point where you're just like, I've been here for 30 minutes and you've shot me up I don't know how many times and it's not working. Let's just get this over with. I want to go home. 201. What's the most beautiful beach you've been to? Oh man, don't make me pick one. Are you kidding me? I don't know. I remember in Hawaii there was a beach with, oh god, was it black sand or was it white sand? I don't remember. Hold on. Hawaii black sand beach? Is that what it was? Yeah, it was black. It was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Although was there a white one? I don't think it was white. I think it was black. But we might have been to a white one. I think we went to the black one. David and I, when we went to the Caymans, that beach was beautiful. I've been to the Mediterranean. Beautiful. Like, beaches are just beautiful in general. As long as they're not, covered in trash and garbage, they're beautiful. It's a beach. 202. What's the most anxiety-inducing thing you do on a regular basis? Call people. In particular, it's generally to make appointments for stuff. But honestly, even just calling my friends, it still gives me anxiety. I have really bad hearing. And I always feel bad when I'm like, what? I am listening and I am paying attention. It's just, if someone speaks too quickly or too quietly or they mumble, I feel bad, but it's like, I want to know what you're saying. I want you to repeat yourself. But I also know how annoying it is to feel like someone's not listening. Or that you just can't express yourself in a way that makes sense to others. I know that that's also frustrating. So, yeah, it gives me so much anxiety. But literally, like, I have a process for every time I have to, like, call the doctor or the dentist and set up an appointment. I pull out a piece of paper and I write down, hi, my name is Elizabeth. I need to set up an appointment for, like, an asthma checkup or my 6-month cleaning for, my teeth. And then, like, I don't have to write down my birthday because I always know that. But sometimes I'll have to write down my phone number. I have it memorized, but sometimes in the moment I get really nervous and I'm like, crap, what is my number? So, yeah, like, I essentially have to have a script when I make those calls because otherwise I'll be on hold for a while and they'll be like, hi, thank you for calling such and such doctor's office. What can I help you with? And I'll just be like, hi, my name's Elizabeth and I need to make an appointment. What do you need to make an appointment for? And I can't. So I have to have it written down in front of me. As stupid as it sounds, that is one of the workarounds I've had to make in my life. So, yeah. 203. What's something that everyone agrees we should change, but somehow it never changes? I mean, how we regard race and racial tensions. Insurance in the U.S., especially medical insurance, because it's just horrible. And yet, when Obama tried to change it, everybody got upset, and it didn't work, and it's just yada yada yada. We should change how we raise the boys in our society, because, you know, we tell them, like, oh, boys are being boys, but lo and behold, it doesn't matter what a girl wears. If a guy is a piece of crap, he's gonna attack her, whether she's, you know, freaking dressed up like an Eskimo or dressed up like she's gonna go to a strip club. And yet, hasn't changed. Yeah. I feel like I covered a lot with the racial stuff, so yeah. 204, what trend are you tired of? What trend am I tired of? I'm not very trendy. Like, I'm not hip, so I don't even know what trends are going on right now. The trend of really, really young girls wearing very revealing clothing. Like, I understand, you know, I am very much in the boat of, like, boys and men need to learn to keep their hands to themselves. Like, if a lesbian can be in a locker room with a bunch of girls and change their clothes and the lesbian doesn't attack anybody, why can a man not control himself in front of a woman who's fully dressed? Like, no. No. But it is super gross to me to imagine. Like, I see pictures of myself from when I was in middle school, and I'm like, man, I look like a loser. You know, I've got on these long pants, and, you know, and it's a skirt too, or you know, whatever. Like, I looked like a dork. I was not cool. And then I see girls the same age now, you know, and they're in, like, short skirts and tank tops, and I'm just like, they're still babies, but they're dressing like they're, you know, way older. And it's just, it makes me so angry that, especially with women at least, we have so many expectations for how women are supposed to look and, you know, wear makeup and do their hair and all this. And it's like, we instill in them at a young age that they have to look this particular way. And I think they miss out on so much of life because they're going to lose so much time by doing their hair and, you know, taking an hour to get ready every morning. I don't like that. I don't know if it's necessarily something that I'm tired of. I don't like it. I want them to live their lives, and I want them to be children. I don't want them to be adults that think they have to look nice to get paid. You know, like, you're not a waitress yet. Right now, your parents or your guardians are the ones that are paying for everything for you. They're the ones that have to work hard and look good every day and be presentable. You just need to go make friends and hang out and go to school. I hope that didn't come across as, like, really horrible. I apologize if it did. I'm about to do an outro, but it is not the final outro because I forgot to do certain parts of the piece. So, you know, skip ahead, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Or just, you know, watch the quick little outro. And then there will be slightly a bit more.
And that is the end of Dodogama by Even Star Crafts. I got 5 hours and 40 minutes of footage. I am super hungry. I'm very tired. There he is. Next to the chicken and the blue flaming one. I'm halfway, you guys.
Everyone likes Dodogama.
I also like Dodogama, yes.
You are everyone. Yes.
Aww, you're everyone to me too, honey. Yes. We're gonna pretend that's what he was going for because it sounds sweet.
So I can't be sweet on purpose, huh?
We all know you weren't trying to be.
I might have been.
You
don't know
weren't.
that.
You weren't.
Everyone doesn't know that.
You weren't. I do know that, and if you want to keep this going, you're gonna say that everyone does know that. I have nothing else to add because I'm really, really hungry. So, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
No.
He ruined my outro, you guys. Or he made it better. You know? I don't know.
Oh, wow, look at that. There's so much backstitching. There's really not much. I don't think there's going to be enough time for me to answer a question here. So I'm just talking to talk. So that it isn't complete silence here. Because it would be creepy and no one likes that. So, yeah. Backstitching. Woo!
So I forgot to do the backstitching
How dare you?
this is the first one that has had backstitching. It added a whopping 3 minutes, you guys. So it actually took 5 hours and 43 minutes. So, yeah.
Looks so much better.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you guys, he didn't even know what backstitching was.
He didn't.
He thought it was every time I was on the back of the project.
It has back in the name. I'm not wrong.
I love him so much, you guys.
So weird.
He pretends to have interest in my hobbies.
I thought I was right. You said back stitching. Sometimes you flip it over and do stuff. I assumed that was stitching on the back.
Why would I stitch on the back?
I don't know how this works. I like to make it, I don't know, so it holds together better or cleans up back there or doesn't look wonky.
Oh, I don't give a crap about the back. I have said that before. I stand by that. If the back looks ugly, I don't care. Because you know what? If you look over here, there's my handsome man. This Pokemon cross stitch, it is framed. It is never coming out of that. So if the back doesn't look good, no one's gonna know. And you can't see from this angle, but Magnificent Wizard is right here. Actually, you can kind of see it. Well, no. The white frame here is a Kill 6 Billion
And we'll
Demons
have a
comic.
cold front coming in over here.
I love you. But Magnificent Wizard is over here. And guess what? That one is also framed. So no one will ever see the back. So the back doesn't matter. Woo! Fusion! I believe in you. I believe in
No,
you.
that's way more effort than I'm putting into this. I have maxed out. You've hit your quota.
All right. That's the new outro. I said outro. Outro.
Lung Cow wins.
I need to. Well, now I have to provide context.
No, you don't. They don't need it.
Fine, I guess not. Let me know if you know what I accidentally said wrong.